Yo, what up guys? Bradicus here. So today I'm going to be doing a video about how to get threesomes. Now, one of the guys on my social media asked me, how do you get your first threesome? Because I was asking guys about what videos you want to see. So if you're following me on IG or on Facebook or wherever, tell me what videos you want to see, or comment below what videos you want to see so I can do a video on that in the future. So, you want to get a threesome. Well, unfortunately, most of the guys that get threesomes are actually paying for it. And that's just the sad reality of it. Now, I didn't actually know much about how to get a threesome before in the past. I did my YouTube channel, over 5 years ago, and that all came crumbling down. And I never did a video about threesomes because I didn't have much experience of it. So I didn't feel like it was a good idea to do a video on something I hadn't really done much. But in the last 5 years, I've actually experienced it quite a lot. And there are different ways you can go about getting a threesome. Now, the most common way, the most easiest way to getting a threesome is having a girl that you're seeing that's already interested in girls, that's open for threesomes. And then you can kind of put the idea out there that you can do something with another girl, and you can use that to find another girl. So you have your girl that's open for threesomes. You can either get her to come out with you to clubs or on dates and pull the girls back with you. Now, that's not really what I did as much. What I usually did is I had the girl in my room waiting that was open for the threesome, and I'll go on the date with the other girl and I'll just bring them back as usual. I wouldn't tell them there's a girl waiting there. I wouldn't tell them that I want to get a threesome. I might say things like, are you interested in girls? Have you ever kissed a girl before? Are you bisexual? I'll ask these questions to the girl, see how open she is for it. And based on how keen she is, I'm either gonna, if I'm on a date with a girl and I think there's no chance I'm gonna get a threesome with this girl when I pull her back, I'm probably just gonna get her number and meet her again. But I think there's a possibility I'm just gonna bring her back to the room where the other girl's waiting and pretty much just surprise her. Because basically in the past, I said, if you're asking the girl straight up if she wants a threesome, usually she's gonna say no, or she's gonna be an opportunist and ask for money. So you always want these things to feel like they just happen. The best way to get a threesome is to make it feel like it just happened in the girl's mind. So you don't want to kind of like plan it. Otherwise, it's not going to really work as well. So you actually just pull the girl as usual, and in your room waiting for you is the girl that's bisexual or down for a threesome, and then you just appear there with the other girl, and you just say, oh, why don't you guys be friends? Just hang out and get to know each other. You get them both to drink and talk to each other, and then you can start kissing either one of the girls, because you can kiss the girl that you already know well, and then you can kiss the other girl, and then you can just get them to kiss each other or whatever. You can just go from there. So you start the kissing, and then you just move to your bed, watch movies. So you can just lie in the bed, watch movies, start kissing one, start touching one, and then touching the other. And then the threesome can happen from there. So it's pretty much how you would pull a girl normally, but you just need another girl that's down with it. So that's probably the best way to get threesomes. You can actually have two girls that are down for a threesome that are both bisexual and bring them both in. I don't really do that as often, but yeah, you can just bring two girls together that you already know that are both down for threesomes. You can do that. That's more simple. You can get two girls that don't know each other in for a threesome, and now, that's more chaotic and random. So, there's several times where I brought one girl over, and she's in my room. We had sex, and there's another girl that wants to meet, and I just say, fuck it, I'm just going to bring her up to my room and see what happens. So I already have a girl there. And I bring the next one in, and it's more like, fuck it, I'm just going to see what happens and see if this works. And that's part of the way you do threesomes, is not really caring about what happens. You just need an abundance of women. So you have your first girl there, and you bring in another girl. If you try to do them both at once, so really the best way to make a threesome works is to have one girl that you've already closed, whether that be today, or you just close it today, or, she's a regular. And then you bring the next girl in either right away or on your second date or longer along when you're dating, and then you try the threesome then, right? So if you try to bring if you're going on a first date with 2 girls at once, you try to make the threesome happen, then it doesn't really work. So I've done this before. I'm organizing a date with 2 girls. I tell them to meet me at the same place, and then I try to go for the threesome there. Doesn't usually work. The girls usually gang up against you. They don't really know you well, and the girls have this girl code where they're like, well, if he doesn't like me the best, he's going to get no one. If he wants both of us, he gets none of us. So the girls have that mentality, and then they kind of join forces together and fight against you, and it turns into this battle, and you can't really win. So the best way to do it is have one girl that really likes you before. So that's why if you have 2 girls and you want to have a threesome with them and you don't know either of them yet, meet the first one, take her home, have sex with her, and then say, you know, it'd be really cool if we did something with another girl. And then you bring that other girl over and you surprise her and try to make it happen. Way more likely to work than trying to do it all at once. Now, it is possible to do it all at once. Usually the way that guys get a threesome with 2 girls that they don't know is the girls know each other. And that's probably the worst way to get a threesome, is you meet 2 girls in a club and they want a threesome. Usually those girls are prostitutes or they want to scam you, because what they usually do is while you're having sex with one girl, the other one's gonna like rob you or take your stuff and trick you. So a lot of guys get excited about the idea of a threesome. They just want it so bad, and they don't realize the girls aren't genuine, and they're not reading all the signs that these girls aren't into you, man. There's something off about this. Why would 2 random girls want to have a threesome with you when they don't know you? You didn't put any work in to deserve this. So a lot of the time, that's a scam. And it happens a lot of time with guys. And, you know, one distracts you and the other one robs you while one's distracting you. Or while you're in the shower, they rob you. They do shit like this all the time. So you got to realize that's really how it goes. With threesomes, you really need one girl that's keen first and to bring the other. That's just the best way. And you want to be in control of the situation. You don't want the girls to be in control of the situation. So if a girl is proposing a threesome, especially if 2 girls are proposing a threesome, red flag. The girls are the ones pushing the situation. It's rarely the situation you want. It's the situation they want, and that is probably not the best. They're going to scam you or rob you or drug you or who knows, right? That's a lot of the times when guys get scopomined in Colombia. It's something like that. They thought they were getting a threesome, but they were just getting ass raped and getting robbed by maybe 2 lady boys, you know. So yeah, I've had many threesomes quite recently, and it's been pretty fucking epic, man. But honestly, threesomes aren't that good. They're pretty overrated, because sometimes I just wish I just had those girls separate and did it that way. But it's really good to, you know, go out there and push yourself. So that's probably why I started doing threesomes more, because I got bored and I wanted to push myself and see what was possible, right? I just wanted to push things more. So yeah, I was like dating this girl, and whenever there was like a girl that wanted to meet up, I'll just get her to wait in my room, and I'll go meet the other girl and bring the next girl over. And rarely did I tell the girl there's a girl waiting in the room or whatever. I'll just bring them in, and the other girl would just talk to her and calm her down, and then they'll get comfortable with each other. And you know, sometimes it didn't work out, but sometimes it did lead to a threesome. And usually it leads more so it leads to the threesome when the girl you're going on a date with is really into you. And it doesn't even matter if she's bi or not. Like, this is the craziest thing. I've had threesomes of girls that weren't bi, and then now they're touching another girl's pussy, they're fingering another girl, and they don't even like girls, or they're like licking another girl's pussy, don't even like girls, but now all of a sudden they're doing it because it's more in the moment. If you can create something like that in the moment, it works. You don't tell the girl on the date you want to get at a threesome. You want to create that moment, you know, organically. So when you get there, the girl that you have there, if she's on board with it and she's going to calm the girl down and, you know, talk to her and get to know her, that's going to make it a lot easier. You know, most guys that brag about getting a lot of threesomes, while some of them might be legit, a lot of them are actually paid for. That's how most guys get threesomes, actually pay for it. And that's actually the strategy of a lot of girls, because a lot of girls know that guys have a fantasy about having a threesome, and girls will go and offer you that fantasy, but then they'll use that as leverage to get money, or to, even worse, you know, scam you. So when you're getting a threesome, just make sure that you're in control of the situation, because if you find yourself in a situation where the girls are in control and you don't really know the two girls that well and they're friends of each other, you could very end up being scammed, raped, drugged, or even, dead for all. This shit's happened before, right? So yeah, just be careful out there when you're going out there and doing this. But yeah, the best way in summary to get a threesome is already have a girl down, preferably that's bi, and so that she can help you with it and be on the same page, and she can go out to clubs with you, or she can just wait in the room for you while you go on dates and bring other girls back. If you don't have a bi girl, that's still fine, because you can still make this shit happen spontaneously. Girls still do things in the moment, right? Girls still do things randomly. There's a lot of girls that are literally bi-curious, but they don't admit it. A lot of girls are bi-curious, but they say they're straight, but they'll still do something with another girl if there was a situation where they felt comfortable and it would happen. So that's another key thing, to make the girl comfortable. You have the girl ready there with you. You don't need to make her comfortable. The next girl, you just need to make her, when she gets there, you've already made her attracted, you've gone on a date with her, you kissed her already. When you get to the back to the place, it's just to make her comfortable, chill out, and then after she's comfortable, it can happen. And kind of see it as like this, it's really the same as pulling a girl normally, honestly. There's not too much of a difference. There are more obstacles, it is harder. And one of the negatives about trying to get threesomes is you can lose girls that you were probably going to get. So if you go on a first date with a girl, and you could have gotten her if you didn't have another girl waiting there, but you brought her back and there's another girl there, you could potentially blow it out and lose that girl. But instead you went for a threesome, and because you wanted a threesome, you didn't get it. But if you just went on that date without trying to get a threesome, you would have actually got her. So that is the negative of it. You can potentially blow out more girls or lose opportunities, but the upside is you get a threesome. And it isn't as hard as you think. It does actually work pretty well. I know. And a crazy story, right? One of the girls I had a threesome with was literally a virgin. So I had my regular here, and she was waiting, and I brought in the other girl, and there was another girl here, and she wasn't even fussed that there was another girl here. She was just like, oh cool, there's another girl, whatever, let's just all hang out. And later on, she wanted to sleep over, and when she got horny, she wanted to have sex. And this girl was literally a virgin. So it's kind of mind-blowing that this girl that's a virgin lost her virginity in a threesome, and she's straight. That's the crazy shit that can happen if you just put yourself out there and try, right? The reason why a lot of guys aren't doing this is because they don't try. They don't want to lose the girl they already have. Because if you already have a girl, the last thing you want to do is try a threesome and then lose that girl you have, right? So you need to have an abundance, and you need to not really care about losing a girl. You need to have so much of an abundance, you're willing to lose girls in order to get threesomes. So I lost a lot of girls trying to do this, but then I also got a lot of rewards from it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to the channel. More importantly, check out my Rumble, as well as my YouTube, but my Rumble more importantly, because that's where I'm going to be focusing on my content, And go check out my IG for the shorter clips of these videos. Also, if you want to see my Daygame course on how to meet women in the day, all the way from the approach to the close, dayseduction.com, link down there. Also, if you want to see all my old videos that were deleted forever on the social media, and it's been 5 years since you've seen them, but there were so many good videos. I had like 400 videos out there, some of the best videos ever that I'm not going to be putting up here anymore. You have to go bradicusvideos.com to see my old videos. Anyway, until later, Bradicus out.